This idea session will give you some insight on how to develop a business concept or idea. We'll talk about what you need to think about as you work on your own business idea. It's a short session packed with information on how to get started with idea development. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out. Let's get started. So, what's your great idea? How did the idea come to you? Were you inspired by something you saw or heard? Or did you notice a way that you could make a product or process faster, more efficient, or just easier for the buyer or user? Hang on to your ideas, write them down so you don't forget them. Mull them over in your head so that they stay fresh. Think about how you might make the idea better. It takes time to develop an idea. Don't rush the process. Starting a business requires investing time, money, and talent. Before you invest, make sure that your idea has a fighting chance in the market. After all, that's what business is about. Making money that can be used to support yourself and your family, provide jobs for others, support important missions, and contribute to the overall growth of your community. How can you tell if you have a great idea? Before you answer, ask yourself these questions. Does your idea solve a real-life problem? Great business ideas solve real-life problems. Sometimes great ideas solve problems that people don't even know that they have. The iPhone is an example of a great idea for a product that people didn't know they needed or wanted. There is risk involved in every idea and every new business concept. The benefit of thinking through your ideas before you start your business is that you can identify potential risks before you invest time, money, and talent in bringing your idea to life. So, how do I identify a workable business idea? There is a pattern. First, you observe that a problem exists in real life. Then, your idea develops as a response to creating a solution for that problem. Solving real-life problems for people or other businesses is what business is all about. You can't make money from a product or service that people don't want to buy. There must be a connection created between your products and services and the problems that your potential buyers have before they will buy. Is anyone else solving the problem that you identified? Are they solving it the same way that you are proposing? Is your idea original? Or is it a modification of a solution already in the market? Look around in your environment. Search online. Do your research. Do you have an idea for an original product or service? Or can you make an original idea better with your creativity and innovation? The answers to these questions come down to doing the research needed to understand the market. Assuming that you know the market without doing research can be a mistake that is difficult to recover from. Many successful business ideas are based on improving and upgrading old or established products and services that are already in the market. You don't need to create an original product to start a business. Just improve a product or service that currently exists and still solves a problem for the people in your targeted market. Ask yourself these questions while you're doing your research. Why doesn't this idea exist yet? Is it original or a copy of an existing idea? Does it surprise you that the idea for the product doesn't exist? Perhaps it doesn't exist because it's not needed in the market. You should consider all of these questions when you are deciding to invest time, money, and talent into the development of your idea. If someone is already doing it, can you do it better, faster, or smarter than they can? Are you bringing a new innovation to the idea that will improve, innovate, or modernize the product or service? Improving an existing product or service can be a good business idea too, especially if your innovations will make solving a problem easier or more efficient for your targeted customers. Research the market and listen to what people say about the product now. That will give you some good clues on how to make improvements to the product. Can you think of any products that were made better through improving the original idea? Some people think that the Android phone is better than the iPhone. The developers of the Android saw the quirks in the iPhone and made their product line without those quirks. The Android phone holds 72% market share for cell phones. Eliminating those quirks and improving on a design created a market leader rather than just a market alternative. Will outside investors, including banks, financial institutions, and angel investors, consider your idea to be investable? Great ideas are valuable to investors as well as to entrepreneurs. An investor is a person or organization who provides financial support to entrepreneurs who have good ideas. They invest money into ideas because they believe the product or service will sell, and if it does, they will make a profit on their investment. Investors who provide money and support to entrepreneurs believe that there is a market for the product or service, but they ask lots of questions and want proof that you have researched the market. They also want to make sure that you have considered the risks of opening your business based on an idea. Securing an outside investor indicates that the investor is relatively confident that the product or service has a good chance of market acceptance. Your idea is expected to make a profit that will bring a return to your investor and return capital to you. If your idea is not yet investable and investors aren't on board, you need to recheck your market research and make sure that your assumptions are based on realistic conditions, not your hopes. Who is in your trust circle? Trustworthy people will help you develop an idea. Trusted individuals, like mentors, will give you honest feedback and provide confidential remarks on the topics that you discuss with them. Watch and listen to how your trusted family, friends, and advisors initially react when they hear your idea. If they don't have much to say or have no questions to ask, then it could be that the idea needs work. Take the time to ask some questions so you can learn why they reacted the way they did. Don't get discouraged if you don't get the response that you expected. Accept constructive criticism. Answer their questions calmly and rationally. You can often learn more from critiques than from agreement. Most entrepreneurs go through several versions of their idea before they find the idea that works. If your trust group is excited about discussing the idea further and giving you suggestions and feedback that can potentially improve your idea, then you have communicated your idea well. That will move you forward. Do people who don't know you think you have a good idea? People like friends of friends, focus groups, or entrepreneurial clubs or organizations can serve as the regular people who you want to connect with to test your ideas. Presenting your idea to unrelated people and groups that you don't know usually provides some honest feedback. Regular people who you don't know personally are less likely to agree with you if they don't believe that your idea is a good one. Since they have no relationship with you, they may be less concerned with hurting your feelings than the people who may know you well. Take a chance and present your idea to an individual or a small group of people that you don't know well. Test out your idea at an organization like 1 Million Cups, whose mission it is to champion ideas and support solutions to boost community entrepreneurship. Is the idea easy to understand and communicate to others? Or does the listener need to have specialized knowledge or information to understand your idea? Even the most complex idea should be understandable to most people who have no background in the topic. It is your responsibility to make sure that your idea is presented with clarity to any group or individual that hears your presentation. If your idea is easy to communicate and understand, it is more likely to succeed with customers. Ideas and products that are difficult to explain don't connect with customers. If your idea is so complicated that people get confused when you talk about it, then you need to rework the idea and communicate it in a simpler form. Practice delivering your idea in an elevator speech format. An elevator speech is a short description of an idea that explains it in 30 seconds in a manner that most listeners can understand. Why is passion important in business? It's because business ideas take a lot of time and devotion to move from concept to reality. You'll be spending significant blocks of time reworking your idea and creating a business plan for developing your idea into a product or service. If the idea, product, or service doesn't inspire passion in you, then you might abandon it if the work and time commitment creates an investment that exceeds the level of passion that you have for the project. Having a commitment to what you are doing in business is important. Your passion should emanate from the feeling that you are driven to do this work and can't imagine yourself not doing it. If you love what you are doing, you'll be willing to live with the business idea until it's developed to your satisfaction or until you're onto something else. One further comment. Passion is not a substitute for strategy. You can be passionate about an idea, but also realize that the market is not ready for it. Balancing passion with reality is a key component of successful entrepreneurship. Perhaps your idea is already fully formed and it's ready to introduce to the world. What's next in your ideation timeline? Talk to your prospective customers. Ask them if they have the problem that you've identified. Have they found a satisfactory solution to that problem? If they've found a solution, are they happy with it? Ask for details. If they've not found a solution, pitch your idea to them. What is their response? The feedback that actual users and prospects give is some of the most valuable information that you will receive. It is the best type of market research. Continue doing research on your business idea. Regularly review the market and new product offerings to understand your future competitors and how your idea fits as the market changes. Entrepreneurs should never stop learning. Write down your ideas. Revise those notes as needed to develop more robust and workable solutions. Keep good records so that you can review your work and your progress as you move along. Find a mentor or advisor who has experience in your industry. Engage with someone who has experienced the ideation and startup development process as a participant. A mentor can point you in the right direction when you are unsure of what to do next. An experienced mentor can also introduce you to other experienced people who can help you learn. Remember that the development of your business idea is still ultimately your responsibility. But a mentor can certainly contribute to your entrepreneurial support system and provide the extra resources that may be difficult to find without the help of someone experienced in your industry. Stay flexible and open to both compliments and constructive criticism. Feedback can help you develop your idea into a working concept that can eventually be the foundation for a great business. Be flexible enough in your thinking to let new ideas in, but also be disciplined enough to know when suggestions don't fit your creative ideas or market direction. We'd love to hear from you about how your business ideation process is working. Did listening to this presentation help you make progress toward developing your idea? Make sure to keep us updated. Thank you for your engagement.